We've all been told the same lie about building wealth. It's a comfortable lie. It tells you that if you just put your money in the market and wait, you'll be rich. It's called the Rule of 72, a simple math trick that tells you how long it takes to double your money. You take the number 72, divide it by your interest rate, and that's your timeline. If you get an 8% return, which is standard, your money doubles every 9 years. Sounds great, right? If you have $100,000 today, in 9 years, you'll have $200,000. Simple. But here is the problem. In 9 years, will $200,000 actually buy you twice as much freedom? Or will it barely buy you what $100,000 buys today? The Rule of 72 is broken, not because the math is wrong, but because the world has changed. If you are relying on this old rule, you are slowly going broke while your bank account goes up. Today, I'm going to show you the new math. It's called the Rule of 15. Let's look at the last decade. If you use the Rule of 72 in 2015 with $50,000, you likely have close to $100,000 today. On paper, you won. You doubled your net worth. But in 2015, the average house in the U.S. cost about $290,000. Today, it's over $420,000. The S&P 500 doubled, but so did the cost of entry for the American dream. This is the trap. The government tells you inflation is 3%. But asset inflation, the cost of things you actually want to own, like homes, quality education, and freedom, often grows at 6, 7, or 8%. If your investments grow at 8% and the lifestyle you want grows at 8%, you aren't moving forward. You are running on a treadmill. You are stationary. To actually get rich, you can't just match the pace. You have to LAP the field. Brings us to the Rule of 15. The Rule of 72 is defensive. The Rule of 15 is offensive. In a 9-year doubling period, we need to target a 5-year double. You can't just match the pace. You have to LAP the field. This brings us to the Rule of 15. The Rule of 72 is defensive. The Rule of 15 is offensive. Instead of accepting a 9-year doubling period, we need to target a 5-year doubling period. To double your wealth every 5 years, you need a compounded annual growth rate, CAGR, of roughly 15%. Why 15? Because 15 minus the 7% life inflation leaves you with an 8% real return. This is the only way to beat the system. You need to grow your net worth fast enough that you outrun the devaluation of your currency. But right now, you're probably screaming at the screen. But wait, getting 15% returns in the stock market is impossible without gambling. And you're right. If you try to pick stocks to get 15% returns, you will lose everything. The Rule of 15 isn't about market returns. It's about velocity. You don't get 15% from the market. You manufacture it. Here is the formula. Let's say you have a $10,000 portfolio. The market gives you 8%. That's $800 a year. Hit the Rule of 15, you need your portfolio to grow by $1,500 total. So, you need to find an extra $700, not from stocks, but from your pocket. That is roughly $58 a month. About how powerful this is. If you have $100,000, market gives you $8,000. You need to add $7,000 of fresh savings that year to hit 15%. Called contribution alpha. You aren't beating the market, you are beating the math. By aggressively adding fresh income to your investments, you artificially force your compounding rate up to 15%. This is why the first $100,000 is the hardest, because the contribution alpha is heavy lifting. But once you commit to growing your total net worth by 15% a year, by any means necessary, side hustles, raises, cutting costs, you shave decades off your retirement. The Rule of 72 was designed for a world where money kept its value. That world is gone. Don't be satisfied with 8%. Don't be satisfied with doubling your money once a decade. Check your numbers tonight. Look at your net worth from last year. Did it grow by 15%? If not, don't blame the stock market. Look at your savings rate. Look at your income. Force the growth. Target the 15. And watch how fast your life changes when you start lapping inflation instead of chasing it. If you want to know exactly how to structure your first $10,000 to maximize this velocity, watch this video here on the barbell strategy.